Hey guys, my name is Sediak and welcome back to another episode of Worldwide Rush, where last episode we managed to buy one of our biggest competitors in the game. Oh my goodness me, it was absolutely beautiful buying them out. It was Cloud Netherlands, which they owned free shares in my company, and I've now managed to crawl back to 50% ownership, which means I've heavily reduced the dividend payments that I was handing out, which means there's more money in my bank account. But we got to take it a step further. Now, there's two other companies that are my big rivals right now. We've got obviously the France fleet, which they own free shares in me. And we have the United Kingdom Transit, which we've been my number one enemy since day one. We both started in the UK before I claimed dominance and they got pushed out and then had to low-key start building their company outside of the UK. They're also my biggest rival as well. Now, between those two companies, I think it's easier to buy these guys out. They're a little bit cheaper. They're 11 billion. It's still a lot of money, might I add there. Versus France fleet at 16 billion, because obviously they own more shares in me. Their value is also tied into my value because they own shares. So I need to work a little bit hard right now to put some dents into both of those companies. Now, we're going to try and do what we did last episode, and that's infiltrate one of the companies until they no longer are making good money, reduces their value. I can buy them out slowly. And to do that, without buying shares, because it will get extremely expensive, is to buy their hubs. Now, I'm going to choose to go for the France fleet. Their overall company value is lower, but they're higher to buy out. One, because they're making more profit, and two, they own more shares in me, which makes them a higher value, and means I'm giving them more money in dividend payments, which I don't like. How much am I actually paying out in dividends? Wow, nearly $1 billion. Right, I need to find that money back. I really do. So, where is the France fleet headquarters right now? It is here. Do I have... Let me just get rid of this for a second. Let me change the view real quick. Do I have the... Oh, actually, they've got quite a few places. So, I'm actually pretty close. They have 37 vehicles here. Okay, before we start buying them out, how many vehicles do they have? 721. Okay, that's going to take some time. But there is a few spots here where they're operating in countries that I have the most trust in. So this should be pretty easy. It should be pretty easy. I'm just kind of glancing at what we've currently got going around right now. They're in quite a few little cities. I can buy out here for 8 vehicles. Okay, that's a good start already. So I think this is the game plan. I'm going to quickly go around right now and see where they're currently operating and where I'm currently able to buy out before we chase anything else. So that's a buyout of 23 vehicles right there. Here is a buyout of no vehicles, but I'll grab the hub, hire a manager anyway. So that just kind of gets me rolling in that area. Let me quickly see anywhere else right now. You buy out for 7 vehicles. You buy out for 4 vehicles. Just small little buyouts. Just scratching the surface is all I'm doing. Oh, I can buy out here. Oh, there's no one there. Anyone here? No one. Well, there's no vehicles in that hub anyway. And I might as well just take them if I can. There's one vehicle there. I might as well just buy that out. There we go. Right, okay, so we've made a little bit of a... Oh, hang on, hold on. If I zoom right in, there's another one here. Gives me 7 vehicles. Right, sneaky boys. They're just kind of trying to hide from us right now, aren't they? Right, is this the last one we'll do here, Munster? Doesn't give me anything. I'm not going to buy it if I don't really get anything. I don't think that's what I'm going to do. So why don't I now see if I can focus on what they're... Oh, hold on, there's another one down here. Oh, 21 vehicles. They're just popping all out of the woodwork right now. They really are. I was going to see if I can try and focus on one of their headquarters. So, with the minimal hubs that I've now purchased... guys, let's see what I've reduced them. There were 721. Wow. Okay, we've took literally... Right, guys, literally took 70 vehicles off the company. Right, that's great. So where were they hubbed again? We'll start there and I'll work our way through it. So they're hubbed here. So We're not that far off gaining all the trust. Is there any cities that they're not currently going to that maybe we could? Now, we don't own this one, so we're going to go from there. Where's Germany right now? Here to here, and then we'll go to Dusseldorf. No, actually, no, not Dusseldorf. Let's go to Cologne. Because Cologne is... Where's Cologne? There we go. A city that also needs connection. So I can also kind of slightly take it off from them as well. Right, let's buy a plane. So I'm not going to worry about how much I'm spending yet. We'll get to there. I'm not going to worry about how much I'm spending just yet. Because I eventually could sell a bunch of expensive vehicles to kind of reap the rewards back. So that will eventually work out for us. So it will take some time to get that trust up again. There's a lot of international flights that we've got to do, but I'm trying to see Dubai right now. Dubai stands out. So let me go from Dubai all the way to... where is it? It's so far away, isn't it? Where it is there. And do I throw another place in? Tripoli? Ooh. I'm pushing boundaries at this point, aren't I? I really am pushing boundaries. So... Why can't I... Oh, route's invalid because we don't actually go to any cities of any importance or any hubs for us. Right, let me get rid of Tripoli. And... Hold on, let me select that city again. Any other German... Munich. Okay, we'll go to Munich. So Munich is... Where's Munich? There it is. And then we'll go to Tripoli. Which is... I always forget where Tripoli is. Yoo-hoo, Tripoli. Oh, there it is. Bam. Right, have we got them all selected? Yes. We've got the plane. Create. We'll add a couple on. So it just gives us trust in some areas. It also takes away some trust from the other company on some lines. It's pretty much standard practice. And have we now got the ability to buy it? Almost. There we go. Now we do. It was that easy for 37 vehicles. Bam. Now the bonus is I now gain all the trust on the lines I've just purchased out. So there could be a few little areas now where it's easy to gain the trust back. Nice. So where does that stand right now with the France fleet? 616 vehicles. They're now in Hamburg. Ooh, Hamburg, 29 vehicles. So let's see what we can do here in terms of creating some better routes. So from Hamburg, we've got Kiel there. We've got Lund there and Berlin. So if I do Hamburg here, Berlin, go back to there, and then toggle a cycle. And then we do it via trains. And we'll go for this train here. Build the rails real quick. And then that will kill a couple of birds with a stones again. As the old saying goes, boys. As the old saying goes. It really should help us out. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And that should eat away slowly. Now, we'll try and go to a few other places. Let me first see if there's anywhere we're not going to. Not really. So, Birmingham, London, Paris, Amsterdam. So, there is a possibility to go from Birmingham to London to Paris to Amsterdam to Hamburg. Now, I know that's wild. I know it's wild, but just bear with me on this, okay? Bear with me on this. Now, we'll go for some higher speed trains. We've only got one available, so let me just build the rails, create that. So there's no more to duplicate just yet. Let me wait for this month to currently end. Okay, I've just lost that train then. What happened there? What happened there? Oh, you know what's annoying? I don't know how to view the routes quickly that back again. But that's okay. Because we'll make small little dents right now. So, I don't know if this is going to... oh, there we go. Another new place. Is there any routes to it yet? So another company has like an indirect path. So, we'll then head back. And we'll just do bam to bam. As simple and as easy as that with planes. All right. Let's get 2 on the go. And then make that beautiful little dent into Hamburg. So we are gaining trust over here, by the way. And that's with the thankful help of that beautiful little loop that we had set up. But it's the other company that we're going to be buying out there. So we're not too worried about that just yet. Oh, can I get Munster now? I can. Oh, no, I already could get Munster, couldn't I? Groaning over there. There's nothing really going on. And I'm wondering if any of the... Oh, this is a pretty close one, isn't it? We're up to 49.50. Okay, that's a good potential right there we can do. So from there to... was it here? Yes. Hanover. Throw a little plane in right now. And building up that singular trust in that one little city might be all we need. It might be all we need. It's a beautiful little game plan we're playing right now. Beautiful little game plan. Right, is that enough for us to now have the trust? So buyout, we've got the major share. But I don't know whether... I'm also kind of keeping attention on Hamburg just above us at the top of the screen. Oh, hello. Oh no, I got faked into thinking that was ready to buy out. Right, I don't think we're gonna get it yet. I reckon we're just scratching the surface for just a minute. So Hamburg then's gonna be a little bit of a pain to get done. Right. We'll come back to it. What about this place here? There's 14 vehicles to buy out. There's 12 vehicles to buy out there. Strasbourg. Very close to being able to buy out. Well, it looked like we was. It's now gone down dramatically. But I'm liking the fact that we're getting super close. Now, the France fleet has got 580 vehicles now, so that is dropping dramatically. Can I grab Essen here? I can buy it out for 4 vehicles. It's not going to do much damage, but we'll take it. We will take it. And how are we looking over here then? So did we get the trust? Ooh. Oh, we literally had 55, but it wasn't the correct 55 number. Right, there is potential here that we're about to do this. There is very, very strong potential. We were so close. 53. Come on, 54. Where's the 54s at? Come on, 50. There we go, pause. 24 vehicles under my watch. Right. They're trying to go for that right there. Can I now get this? Yes. Oh, no, I've always been able to get that. Right. Keep our eyes peeled, boys. Keep our eyes peeled. So another 23 vehicles purchased here. And how close are we on this one? Oh, there we go. Another 27 vehicles there. This is hurting them. I've literally just bought almost 100 vehicles in 3 purchases. So that puts them down to 513. At the same time, they're going to also try and continue to expand. So let's see if I can kick them out of Hamburg right now. I'm going to do something really annoying for them. So if I just go around like this, I'm going to do that and toggle the cycle and then stick some trains on it. And I'm going to use these slightly smaller trains so they're like, one, a lot cheaper to keep buying, which makes them more frequent for the arrivals of this little loop. Now, granted, not everything's going to want to go to that city and whatnot. It just kind of builds up the trust around this area to kind of slow them down. Right, that's all the trains I can now purchase, so give it time for them to kind of like finalize that little loop. But all of these towns are now gone to my yellow color, which is good. So it ain't gonna do much. It's just a noise. It's just gonna be annoying, and we'll slightly stay more consistent with our trust percentages. But is there anywhere that we're not going? We're underutilizing Stockholm. So we go there, and I'm gonna go to Berlin just because of the plane journey. So we'll grab these 50 capacity planes. Just get a couple there. And then we'll put some dents in this way, which should be pretty handy. Right, Burnswick right now. Are you purchasable? Yes, for 6. It's not a lot, but we'll take it, guys. We'll take it right now. What was the place down here? I did buy it, didn't I? Yeah. I believe we did purchase it. So, Hamburg right now. How many vehicles is there going to be, potentially? If I can even select Hamburg. There's a potential to take 30 vehicles. Okay. My trust is hovering around the 40%. Very good, very good. So let's now start eating in to what we've got here. So we'll do Hamburg to Birmingham. And then we'll throw a plane on. We'll do London to Hamburg. Throw a plane on. We've got Belfast and Dublin next. So we're going to do individual routes just to be even more annoying. And let's just see what we get from just these alone. So give them time right now to cycle through. Give them time. Give them time. Was there anything going on in Dortmund, by the way? There we go. Can I officially select Dortmund? No, nothing really. Oh, Hamburg has now got the... Oh, hello. Now we're up to 50%? Tell me more, tell me more. Right, so we've gone from low 40s to now into the 50s. And depending on when they land, I'm getting ready to pause as soon as it turns green. But I've got to wait for that right moment. We might not get to that right moment. We might not get to it. There might still need to be a couple of additional routes created. Oh, we're hovering on that 49.50. Yeah, there's going to have to be a couple of additional routes still created right now. Right, so Eindhoven, we've got, let's see, Paris, Milan. So we're going to do Paris, Milan. So Paris, nice little plane. We'll do Milan. Nice little plane. I reckon just those two is going to be enough. So allow the plane. Allow them 2 planes to now go back and forth to Paris and Milan. And 54, 55, boom. There we go. 28 vehicles are all mine. Nice. Right, so in that, have they been extending, expanding? Yes and no. They're now down to 483, so we're on the way to halving what the original vehicles they had, but it's not really changing much of the company the value, because obviously as my shares increase, their value increases, but I'm making them a little bit less operating profit, which is good. It's real good. So, keeping on top of this, is there a few more spots I can buy out? There's 4 vehicles there, sorry. Here, there's 12 vehicles. Instant buyouts right there. Loving the instant buyouts. Absolutely loving these instant buyouts. And I'm just trying to see if anything else is going to glimpse my eye. There is 55 vehicles. No way. How have they got 55 vehicles in this hub and they're not protecting it? Oh, big mistakes from the French Fleet Company right there, boys. Big mistakes right there. That's now going to hurt them even more. 412. Can I get rid of this tutorial? Right, I got it. I'm hoping that tutorial now just disappears. Right. Any vehicles here? There's 5 there to buy out. So I'm just scratching beneath the surface on the smaller ones. 27 vehicles here to buy out. Holy moly. Right there, boys, is the word. Holy moly. Holy moly. So that now puts us at them having 380 vehicles. They almost have half the vehicles and they started this episode with. This is amazing. Any vehicles here? No, not really. Not really. Okay. There's still going to be a couple of pretty big hubs here, there, and everywhere. So we're going to wait for the Hamburg one to now go into full fashion. I know we've got this, but I don't think they've got vehicles from over here, have they? No. So where are they using as their next hub? Oh, Jenna over there. Any vehicles? 17. It's just too easy at this point now, isn't it? Could you imagine, like, being the owner of that company or, like, working in the head office and then, like, just hearing every day your rival keeps buying out your company in drips and drabs? Look at their overall value right now. It's dramatically reduced. But their shares are still so high. So if I take a look at their finances anyway. Actually, how do I look at the company, what they have as an overall? France fleet. So their bank balance is low. Hubs, 2.8 billion. Yeah, literally, their value is coming from the fact that they own shares in my company. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. Right, their headquarters in Constant right now, which we are very close to buying out. I'm wondering if I can get it without doing anything. No, because it's gone down to 40 odd. That's not going to be the case. So, there's a lot of German places. Let's go from here. Oh, we actually own that one. That's made life very easy. Right, where was it? It's here, right there. Right, whack a plane on. Nice. That fulfills that. We've got a lot of stuff around that we've still got to do. So, is there any German stuff around first? We've got you next to you, you next to you. Hamburg's a little bit too far. But let's go you to you to you. Let's do a nice little toggler circle for a train route. Alright, got 3 on there. That'll do, I think. That will do. And then the trust is building up again. We're at 46, 47. So just wait for those to kick in for just a minute. They won't do much to kind of bring us up the numbers, but there's 37 vehicles here we can buy out. If we can get this just right. So let's take it to the next step then. London, Birmingham, Nottingham, Newcastle. So Newcastle, Nottingham, Birmingham, London, and to there. So we'll do this on planes as well, and we'll go for the slightly smaller planes because they're cheaper, and that's the only reason. So they might be holding on to this right now because my trust is dropping dramatically. But if we can take away from some of their other routes, that hurts them even more. I gain, they lose dramatically. Right. We are floating around. We are floating around. So, Dublin and Belfast. We'll create direct routes to Dublin and Belfast. Oh, that's a train. I didn't mean to do a train. Dublin. And where is it? Constance there. I gotta switch it from a train. I completely forgot I was doing trains there. I know I've got a train in that Belfast route, and that's just not gonna work. But little scratching of the surface again. Right, they're really going hard on this one, aren't they? They really are. So let's see if I can push this to a whole new level. To there. And we'll do trains on this one. Don't need to do anything crazy on that. That's a buyer hub, that's fine. Luxembourg, Limerick, Sofia, Eindhoven. So we go bam to Luxembourg. How far is Eindhoven right now? It's just there. Okay, we'll do a nice little train route for these. And to space them out so we're constantly getting the rate of delivery. Right, that would do us gloriously. We got Sofia. We've got... Oh, there's actually quite a few I didn't realise. Right, Cyprus. There's actually quite a few that I didn't realise. What level even is that city? Oh, it's 37. No wonder. It's actually 37. Oh, I can't go to there. I need another city. Do I have anything, like, nearby? If I put that there, can I go to Munich? That's how I want it, yeah. Planes. Oh, we get 4 on that. A lot of this stuff I'm not able to kind of, like, get to. So, it's at 51 now. That is the closest we've got in quite a long time. And I'm assuming that's because all my vehicles arrived at once. So we're going to be fighting that for just a minute. We really, really are. So... Can I buy this one out for 15 vehicles? Yes. I'm not sure if that's going to do anything for my trust here. But we're playing around with it. Are they putting more vehicles on? 38 vehicles. Okay, we're very close again. We are almost gaining overall majority trust. We're almost gaining it. But that is just kind of catching it at the right moment. Right. Oh, hang on. Is that another one I can take? Not really. Not yet. So, Dusseldorf. We got Hanover, Brussels. I'm thinking of the German places. Cologne. Stuttgart, Frankfurt. We've got a direct path there. Stuttgart, Frankfurt, Cologne, Dusseldorf, Hanover, Hamburg. Do I toggle a cycle? I think so, if I included Berlin on this. And then we came down to Munich. Beautiful cycle right there. We're going to need quite a few trains on this. If we go down the train route. Do I go down the train? Yeah, I'm going to go down the train route. So, this might be a bit of a long process. I've gone for quantity rather than quality of trains. There we go. Pause. The buyout's at 51%. There we go. Bam. 36 vehicles, all mine. Just like that. Just like that. Now, that one was a little bit more difficult to buy out than the other ones. And that now puts them at 355 vehicles. And they're now based in Lille, which I am very close. Where are we going? To buying out. I reckon a couple of tweaks there, unless we can get it ourselves. No, a couple of tweaks we're going to do. So, London. Okay, what we're going to do here, we're going to go London to Lille to Paris on some trains. Then we're going to go Paris to Lille. We'll throw in Brussels and Amsterdam. I don't know why. Just doing it. Alright, there we go. What's Lil saying now on their percentages? 50, 49. So it's only 17 vehicles here. It's very close, so we're very even in this city. We are very even. But I don't think it's enough for it to warrant anything just yet. 54, come on, 55. Oh, 55, come on. You're so close. You are actually so close right now. Right, they've actually gone down to 16 vehicles they have. So, any routes there? No valid path. Oh, no valid path there. Right, back and forth. Okay, that's done it. That's all I needed to do. 16 vehicles purchased. So that now puts them to... Oh, okay. They've actually gained more vehicles, so they've gone for a little bit of an expansion. They're now based here. There's 28 vehicles. We don't really have much going on. So what I'm going to do first... What I'm going to do first, boys, is create 2 loops. And it's just mainly to overwhelm the area. So if I go for these trains here, build the rails there, create. There we go. And then create the opposite loop. So it might not be going to these cities. I'm just kind of trying to take over this area as much as I can. And gain as much trust as I can with all the surrounding cities on multiple loops. So, how many vehicles are we looking to buy on this city? Or buy out? 28. So now we've got those little loops around to kind of like the surrounding cities. We'll now start focusing on the individual long haul ones that we can kind of like just tick off slowly. So we've got no valid path to this place. Ganja, interesting name. And where is it? Just to there. And then we've got to take it to like another city. So I'll probably take it to... We'll take it to Paris. Just because it's a big city. Planes. Right, grab you. I'll get 2 on the go. And I'll be the only person to gain trust there. So that helps me out instantly. Very good, very good, very good. Right, let's see what we can do here next. Let's see what we can do. So there's a lot of people want to go to this chasm right now. I'm wondering if I can kind of like help out. You got Paris, Toulouse. You got Brive right now, which is just there. So I might go there, there. Now Toulouse is kind of downwards, isn't it? Yeah. So what if I scrap that, scrap that? Toulouse, bam, bam. And we'll go Le Mans, then to Paris. That is a nice run. Right there, if I do say so myself. Oh, I've done planes. Okay, it will be slightly quicker. Why not? Literally, way too many planes. Way too many planes at this point. And that is now starting to give us some trust. As you can now see, it's slightly increasing. But don't stop there. Right, another company's got a direct path here. We own the hub, or at least can get the hub. There we go. So that will give us mass trust in that place. So 39. Slowly but surely, slowly but surely. So we've got London, Birmingham, Newcastle, Nottingham, Belfast, Dublin, all the usual suspects again. So we'll do Dublin, plane, bam. Belfast. Plane. Bam. So I'm going to do planes because it will be quicker and it can be better individual routes. Birmingham. Bam. Newcastle. We'll just do these ones to begin with. Toulouse. Can I buy into Toulouse? I could do, but there's not really any vehicles to buy into. What about Lee over here? Oh, 23 vehicles. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Right, what's this trust saying now then? We're about to claim majority very soon. So, buyout straight away. 28 vehicles. Bam. Done. Nailed it. Ho, 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 ho. Now, what about this city before we do anything else? There is 14 vehicles here. My trust should increase ever so slightly. But I don't think there's going to be much done there until we take a more of a stab at it. So, they're now to 336. They are trying their hardest to kind of, you know, compete with me. There's only so far I can bring them down before we need to take a look at buying out some shares. So I'm going to liquidate some of my assets now at this point. Hold on, did I just spot somewhere I could maybe potentially buy? 21 vehicles? Yes. Do you know what? Let's actually, before I start liquidating, let me just see if I can actually grab some areas. 16. See if I can grab some areas that I didn't realize I now have the ability to control before I liquidate and try and start buying a couple of shares just to kind of take some cash out of their pockets. So it's mainly all the areas that I'm most dominant in is where we're aiming for. Did they start doing anything in Munster? No. What about here? Yes. Buyout. Buyout 21 vehicles there. Very good, very good. So I think, unless there's anything in Italy that stands out, which there isn't really, maybe in Spain. I ain't too bothered about it, I don't think. Toulouse. I'm just going to buy it just for the sake of buying it. Right, that will do me. So, that now puts some... Oh, hold on. Where are they? Oh, there they are. They started dropping down and I couldn't find them. So there's not really much I can now do to lower the company shares. I'm just stopping them from making money. But my dividends is what's keeping them alive. So I need to take some money out of them myself. So let's go to planes. And let's go to initially what is going to be considered low efficiency. Let's start with the 5%. We should start with 5% on all vehicles, which I believe it's doing. And then go to sell. We'll get 31 billion back. So that's 35 I've got now in total. So the France fleet, selling them does increase their price because obviously I'm now cash rich. Very annoying, I know. But that gives me 1 share. Now it reduces that price quite heavily. So not bad, not bad. Now if I just go by planes on their own and then sell these bad boys. Not enough to do anything, but then we'll go to 10%. And then I'm going to go to 16. Right, that should now be enough to buy another share. So where are they? France fleet. Buy a second one. Now, I'm now starting to get dividend payments. It's not going to be a lot. I'm only going to get 5%. But it's 5% less they're now getting. And the whole point is, I don't care about the United Kingdom company owning 1 share in me. I care about these guys owning literally 3 shares in me. That is not good. Now, the sooner I can start drawing and controlling the dividend payments, the better. The better then, at that point. Now, there's a few little cities around, which they're obviously you know, control him. There's 24 vehicles here. There's 22 vehicles there. I'm going to also say that there's quite a few vehicles on this one. 16 there. Yes. Very interesting. But I don't think anything else really stands out for me buying out at the moment. Nothing much, really. Nothing much. So my income from dividends is 32 million. My expenses has dropped dramatically because you could argue I didn't make that much money on that year right there. So the France fleet, which I now own 25% of, which is amazing. We own 25% of them. Their company value over time has drastically dropped. Their expenses versus their income is completely skew-whiffed right now, but that I would assume is because they've just made a big purchase. Expenses from hubs. They've bought some vehicles. Oh, it's actually a bit of a tricky one. I don't know if they're actually doing that well, when I think about it. Let me just see what this next one brings on them. I think they're actually losing money. With what they got from dividend payments and their expenses, it's not looking great for those guys. It's not looking great. So can we capitalize on their slight little downfall that they're going through? There's 14 vehicles there. We're going to have to. We're going to have to. Now, I'm just looking to see if there's anything I could kind of quickly buy out before anything else for this French company, before we start focusing on this stuff here. So here, we're not far off. It is something that we can maybe look towards doing. We first focus on areas that maybe they're not traveling to. So they have an indirect path to there. They have a path that's crowded. So we'll go Sochi first. And I'll just make it good to Luxembourg because I need somewhere for them to kind of travel to. We'll grab these planes, so create. And just try and nicely space them out. And then the other one was all the way down here. Oh, okay, we actually got that one ourselves. So that's a direct route for us. Right, we can get a couple of planes for this now. So it will slightly help. In terms of buyouts, we're at 48, 49. Could it be an easy one? Or am I just like slightly reaching, can't do much with it scenario? Oh, I thought it was about to turn green then for a second. It did get to 55. For that split second, it did get to 55. So I think we might need to do a few additional things before I can actually get it to where I need it to be. This is crazy. Okay. Okay, so let's take away some of the local lines. Oh, hold on. Zadar. Oh, indirect path exists. Did I just do that one? No, indirect, sorry. Let's get a direct path. Where is it? Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone, boys? There we go. Why can't I? Oh, it's too expensive, that's why. Alright, direct path there now exists. It's gone down to the 40 odds right now. That's not looking good. They could be slightly fighting back. So on what I would consider the local lines, Calan, Hugh here. So where's Calan? There we go, there we go. Toggle cycle. Trains. Try and space them out a little bit. Okay, that's all we're getting. That's all we're getting, boys. So back down to 40, which is not good. It is not good. Well, I'm just stopping them from making money is all I'm doing. I should probably be focusing on... Do you know what I'm going to do? Let's look at all vehicles again. So if I change anything that is below 20%, what do I get for selling? 23 billion. Right, is that enough to buy an additional share? Yes, it is. Right. We're just being so annoying at this point, aren't we? Yeah. If I can somehow get 2 more shares... Right, if I can somehow get 2 more shares... I'm going to get a lot for that. Then... we... can control a dividend payment to pay out 100%. Even though they're not making money, it's enough to just hurt them. It is enough to just hurt them as a company. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to focus on getting this. Also, look, whoa, where's that city? Wait, where? How do I click on... Where do I find that city? Because we need, like, something. Because... How do I find it? Like, I can't click on it. And I don't know where this is. Is it, like, right next door? Like, I get it. It's busy. But I don't know where that's... Oh, there it is. It's right there. Is that it? Yes. So if I do a route between the two, just to alleviate that pressure, which is ridiculous. Right, I bought all the trains I can there. I should have gone for bigger trains. Let's go for these ones because I can actually buy multiples of. Right, that's going to get rid of that backlog now quite dramatically. And reduce the pressures of that city. See, I'm just doing a good service, guys. I'm just doing a good service. I'm cool like that, you know what I mean? Right, more time is going on. I don't want to keep selling my, like, best vehicles. But 11 billion now. That's not enough to buy another share. It's now 19. Don't worry about that just yet, boys. But we're doing what we can. Now, while this is happening, right, they are kind of sneaking stuff in other areas. But there's no hubs there, so we kind of almost get away with it in that regards. Right, let's pay out on this end of this month. There we go. Paying out beautifully. All my money just seems to want to disappear. Right, can I now grab it? Yep. That is now mine. Right, France fleet. You're going to be worthless soon, boys. You're going to be worthless. So they've had a little bit of a spike up. I'm assuming that's when I bought out the shares. I gave them money to then reinvest. But I need to buy them out. I need to buy them out. So I am liquidating, which is never a good thing. But that's enough to buy another share. Now, one more means I can manage the company's dividend payment. Which is amazing. It's exactly what we need to do. So I'm going to leave them for just a hot min. Because while all this happens, I'm allowing the UK company to have a run for its money. Now, do I start getting rid of these additional companies? I could sell shares, which is great. You know, I'm getting a little bit of a dividend payment, but it's not really anything much. Let's see what I can do in terms of buying these shares. So they have 224 vehicles. I can't really buy them out at this point. But let me see what I can do with getting rid of these. Right, that should be enough to buy out that company. Now, manage the company. Liquidating it only gives me 1.4 back, but I might as well merge it and get the revenue instead. I then get all of Brazil. Easy enough. Money in the bank. But I'm doing something wrong, though, because I am increasing my value, which then makes it harder to buy out the France Fleet Company. So I'm actually doing the wrong thing here, aren't I? Right, sell 2 billion. Oh, I don't like liquidating, but it's what I've got to do to get rid of the fact that they own all my shares. Because I'm giving away $1 billion in dividends every single month. And it is getting slightly annoying. It really is. Right. Pause. Liquidate a little bit more. I've now got 12 billy. I don't think there's anything else I can buy out. There's no point. There is no point in this point. 19 billion is what I require. Their share price is increasing, but it's all going to go downhill for them as soon as I can set that dividend price. And, oh, please tell me. I bet you it's gone up slightly now, hasn't it? Yeah. Damn. Damn, son. Right, it's just not enough, is it? It's just not enough at this moment in time. Right, come on. Come on right now. Right. My money's dropped. Ooh, no. That's selling the whole company at that point, isn't it? That is selling the whole company at that point. I don't want to do that. That's the wrong thing to do. That is the wrong thing to do right there. Right. We're almost there. Right, if I check it now. Alright, liquidating as much as I can to buy that share, to manage it, to set the dividends to 100%. So it means I only get 100% of the dividends if they make a profit. And it does mean that they can keep losing money and they'll never have to pay me anything. But to keep losing money means they're losing money, you know, and they can't expand. So if they start doing well right now, I'm getting that dividend payment, baby. I'm getting that dividend payment now. I don't know. So you look at their dividends they got coming in, 1.5 billion. Stupid, right? Because obviously I made huge profits with selling the vehicles. So let's see what they get from the dividends next and what versus what they pay out. So 834 million from payout. They paid out 1.3 billion. See? That's what happens when you own the company's dividend and you can control the price. I dare you guys to make a profit again. Yeah, because I will take it. I actually will take it. So hopefully they make another profit and they do another payout. I want to wait for this month to now end. Now, their price is slightly increasing, so that's good news for me, because every time they make profit, I get the money. That's what's good news for me. You got to first handicap them to then buy them out. That's what you got to do. That's what you've got to do, boys. Right, this month is now about to end, so I should make another profit this month. So wait for it. Oh, no, I didn't. So I'm going to assume because we had to pay out some stuff. They went up in price, so I had a big dividend payment come out myself. Ah, okay, that's sneaky. So I made the profit. They didn't make the profit that month because obviously they would have been expanding. Hold on. No. Hold on. Have they sold up? 23 vehicles they have left. They've sold up. So if they've sold up then, what are they going to do? Because they've only got 23 vehicles. So they should be cash rich, right? Yeah, their bank balance is 2 billion. But that 2 billion will not last long. I'll throw that out there right now. That 2 billion will not last long. Right. Wait for this to end then. Let's see how this changes. Because they're going to be dividend rich for quite some time. Okay, right. Something's happened. Something's happened right now. They paid it. They didn't spend it, so they had to pay it out. So they are now down. Oh my goodness me. Here. Their shares are getting cheaper. But the only way that they're making money right now is literally from owning my shares. So at what point do they decide, okay, it's time to sell the shares in my company? Because now they're in debt. They're actually in debt. Now, they technically might make money this next month because obviously the income they get from my dividend payments. But at what point do they decide to sell the shares? And if they do, that dividend payment's coming straight back to me because they're making a profit selling the shares. So it's game over whatever way they look at it. It is legit game over whatever way they kind of now progress. They're in debt. How are they going to survive? If they don't do anything, they should make money from the dividend payment. But then I'll take it on the next month. They can't win. They can't win. So this next month's going to be an interesting one. So they did make money because obviously they got a dividend payment from me. You're welcome. But then all the money goes into the bank account. Now, if they don't spend it all by the time this month ends, I just get it back on the next dividend payment. So we're just giving each other money back and forth until one of us is bankrupt, which is going to be those. It's going to be them. So I wonder if now I get rid of a bunch of vehicles again. So that's enough to buy another share. Just to hinder them a little bit more. Okay, so that will give them a nice chunk of change again. But I'm increasing what I want from them. I'm increasing what I want. Now, I can't buy my own shares back because my own shares are just too expensive. It's easier to get rid of the company. I mean, in the long run, probably it was easier to just buy my own shares. But I don't have that luxury. So they've got a little bit of profit there, which I'm hoping comes directly back to me in the form of a dividend payment. Which it does. So they then go to losing money again. And now their bank balance is not looking great. It's now down to 200 billion. I mean, they've still got money in the bank. But it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. That company value does decrease. It does decrease. So I don't know if they've got the logic to now decide to sell. Maybe they know if they sold my shares that it's game over because I'll just get the money back straight away. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason they're not choosing to sell. Maybe that is. They're down to only 13 vehicles right now, so their income is solely from my dividend payments. It's game over for these guys. It's game over. Now, if I sold my next round of vehicles, 7... Yeah, I don't want to sell that because I'm just giving them money again. I don't really want to go down that road. Right, come on. End this month. End their pain. End their torture right now. Well, I mean, they should make profit on this one because of the dividend payment coming in. And then they lose money on the next one. But that overall bank balance is getting lower and lower. It is getting lower and lower. I'm just slowly siphoning the cash from them. Right, they've actually bought some additional vehicles. So we need now 17 billion. It'll be more when I obviously sell it. So that buys the final remaining available share. So not that much is now required. Not that much is now required to completely buy them out and gain my shares back. Now, it would be nice to try and do this. Now, so buy the shares. Now, all that just so I can gain my shares back and stop paying out excessive dividend payments. I'm going to merge the company because I'm just not going to get the value back in it. I could liquidate it and get 2.5 billion back. They've only got 16 vehicles, so I think I'll make more money liquidating than anything else. That company no longer exists. And then more importantly, I now own the majority shares in my company. It's just that UK one. I need 70-odd billion for that. But there we go. Ultimate dominance. So the only downside now is I'm still paying out a dividend payment. It is what it is, okay? They own one share in me. I still paying out a dividend payment, which is there. Worryingly, right? Income from hubs is looking beautiful right there. But I'm not sure why that number's so low. So my big rival now is the United Kingdom Transit Company. To buy their shares is pretty cheap because it's not like the other ones. They only own one share, so it should be quite, I say easy to buy them out. As long as I don't keep increasing my company value, we should be okay. One day I will own Southampton. So next episode might be the final episode, because once I buy the United Transit Company, I own 100% of my shares. I'm dominant. No one can touch me. We're all good. We're all good on that front. We can then leave it as that. So, if you want to see the episode, smash that like button down below, subscribe if you are new, and until next time I see you all soon, so goodbye.